some stuff down, but oh well.
Alright, hey everybody, my name is Cameron Boychuk, and this is my show, Nothing But Movies, where I give you all the latest movie info that you need about your upcoming movies. And I have a special guest here today, and his name is?
Rene Rodriguez.
And he's here to talk about all the topics that I've written down today. So let's get started with, we're going to review The Thing, 1982, John Carpenter's The Thing, starring Kurt Russell and Keith David. If you don't know who Keith David is, he is the holy man who is in Pitch Black and The Chronicles of Riddick. So, and they did also remake that movie in 2011, but we'll get to that after we review it. So this movie, The Thing, starts out in Antarctica. It's a research team. You know, what do you know about this movie? Tell me a little bit.
Well, it's basically a scientific research team that's in this Antarctic wasteland, and then suddenly a Norwegian helicopter starts to chase off this dog, but they don't know why they're chasing this dog and trying to shoot it and kill it. So then when they land, the man that lands off, you know, he's trying to tell them that that dog is an alien life form, and that they must kill it, but since he keeps shooting at the dog, they kill him.
Alright, so that's you know what's cool, funny about that is the prequel movie that they made in 2011, that's how the movie ended.
Yeah.
That is exactly how it ended. And that's why I liked it so much, is the fact that, you know, when I first saw the movie The Thing, and that's how it ended, and then I watched this remake, or no, that's how it began. So the new one, how it ended like that, you know, it's just like, it goes straight into it.
Right.
You know, I thought that the prequel was going to be set maybe like 10 years before, something like that. But, you know, it's like, they just go straight into it like that. And the prequel was a lot different than the original Thing. And so a part of me liked it and a part of me didn't. Like, I love the original Thing, but there's something about the remake that just, it didn't feel the same as John Carpenter's. Like we were just talking about the special effects.
Right. And the CGI.
The CGI.
I mean, see, the CGI, you know, as an actor, you can't see really what's going on. But with, like, those puppets in the animatronics, it's actually right there. So, in a way, it feels a little more real, but you could also tell that, you know, the way they're just animatronics, you know, it looks somewhat clunky. But still, it has a more realistic feel to it.
Oh, yeah, like, see, what I didn't like with the new one is every single part of the alien in the new one was completely CG.
Yeah. It
was all computer generated, and that's why I didn't like it. Even though some of the sequences were really cool, the way that they made it look in some scenes, but then there was just some scenes where I was just like, oh man, really?
Yeah.
Like,
well,
it just looked a little too fake. Like, this dude's face, he's on a plane, it just starts, it starts deforming, and then it just splits open, and it looked so fake. It was really fake, and it was one of the, that's another reason why I didn't like the new one. I liked the story, but the CG was a little bit on the, it was a little iffy.
I think they kind of rushed it, that's why.
They probably did. They probably just wanted to throw it out there like, oh,
I mean,
you know,
that's like one of those movies that's good for the story.
Yeah, and it's just the same thing that they always do with horror movies now today. It's like, all the old classics, they try to remake them, and of course, they don't do as good as the original, because the originals are the best. That's the first idea. That is why they're the best ones. For Nightmare on Elm Street, the first Friday the 13th, all the original is Halloween. You know, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of did enjoy the Halloween remake in 2007 by Rob Zombie, but the sequel completely threw me off. It completely just, it said, yeah, fuck this Halloween story. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't what I wanted it to be. The little ghost, how he saw his mom. Right. Remember how he saw his mom as the ghost and everything. I didn't like that. I didn't like the fact that his mask was already fucking ripped up and you can see his beard coming out.
Well, the thing is that, see, it's supposed to be a really old mask that he's had since he was a kid, so I guess that's what they were trying to do, you know? They were trying to give it that wear and tear feel, you know? Yeah.
He did have that for a long time, actually, now that I think about it.
That's why that mask was all, like, ripped up like that, you know? Like, just falling apart.
But see, it's like, and then he had a long hair and the beard, but it's that storyline where he kept seeing his mom as the white angel, even though she probably wasn't an angel, but it's just, that kind of threw me off. I was like, come on, how many times are they going to show her? I don't like Sherry Moon that much. I didn't really care for her in the first Halloween. I did not care for her, to see her at all. I mean, the movie would have been 10 times better if they just didn't throw it in there. You know? So, back to The Thing remake. is it stars Mary Elizabeth Winstead, and she was also in a movie. What was it called? It was with Kurt Russell. Death Proof. Death Proof.
I haven't seen that yet.
It's a good movie. It's pretty. You seen the beginning of it, right?
Oh shit!
He goes head-on in the head-on collision with those 4 college chicks. Kills them all.
Oh no, I haven't seen that. No.
So Death Proof. If you guys don't know what Death Proof is, it's a movie about this guy. He's like a psycho, and
he stalks like young girls around the South, and he kills them with his car.
Yeah.
Yeah, because his car, Death Proof. His car is like,
his cockpit, everything is barred up.
Armored.
Yep.
So he's able to crash into like those cars, destroy them, and he won't even be harmed.
And so, Kurt Russell, he was also in the 1982 classic of The Thing also, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, and he was also Snake Plissken.
Snake Plissken.
Have you ever watched Escape from New York?
Escape from New York, I have not.
Or about Escape from LA?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, Escape from New York was the first
Who
one.
else is in Escape from LA? I can't remember. My dad was watching that movie the other day.
This lady called Pam Grier, but she's not really a lady in that movie. She's supposed to be one of like Snake's old accomplices, but he just got a sex change, but still has like a voice.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. The first one was it was a little better.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the story was a little better. But yeah. So anyways, we should probably get back into the thing.
All right. So, third topic for today I want to talk about is Fox has announced and confirmed there will be a Frankenstein movie, and the title is Victor Frankenstein. It will be starring James McAvoy from X-Men: Days of Future Past in First Class, Daniel Radcliffe from the Harry Potter series, and it is told from Igor's perspective. We see the troubled young assistant's dark origins, his redemptive friendship with the young medical student Victor Frankenstein, and become eyewitnesses to the emergence of how Frankenstein became the man and the legend we know today. What do you think of this passage, of this plot outline? Like expectations of this movie. Do you have high expectations, low expectations?
Well, I'm not really a Frankenstein fan. Like, I've seen some of the old Frankensteins. So I'm expecting that they're probably gonna probably put some sort of a love twist in this movie.
Like Frankenstein's gonna have a secret girlfriend?
Yeah.
Like not the monster, but Victor Frankenstein.
Yeah, possibly.
Because if the movie's so if it's James McAvoy as Victor Frankenstein, but the movie's told from Igor's perspective, Igor is going to be Harry Potter, Daniel Radcliffe.
Right.
Which is interesting because I've only seen Harry Potter. I've seen all those movies, but I've only seen. Why do I keep calling him Harry Potter? It's because of him.
It's because that's just what he's.
That's what he's done, right? It's like Wolverine, Logan. Yeah, but it's like. It's interesting to think about how he's going to look and how he's going to try to portray this character, because there's never been a movie. We've gotten movies about Frankenstein before, yeah. We've never gotten especially because it's called Victor Frankenstein, but the movie's told from Igor's perspective. It's like, it's interesting. It sounds like an interesting take on the movie to me. So, that comes out 2015, 2015. Probably this summer, and we'll see how that goes. Hopefully, it doesn't bomb. I'm actually interested in seeing it. It might be a good movie. Who knows? Another thing I want to talk about: Jobload.com reported that Paramount has began production on Hansel and Gretel: Witch Hunters 2. They've hired director Tommy Wirkola, and he made a name for himself with a movie called Dead Snow. Do you want to talk about that to let them know what that is?
Oh yes, Dead Snow. Crazy movie. It's with soldiers of the Third Reich, undead soldiers. Basically, these 4 friends travel to a cabin somewhere. I can't remember where, but
like Eastern Germany or something.
No. I think it's somewhere in the Swiss Alps. Somewhere in that area.
Oh, okay.
Because they're not German. At least I don't think they are. But anyway.